Electrical boxes must be securely supported in accordance with the National Electrical Code, or NEC. Section 314.23 of the NEC requires that boxes be supported by a surface, by a strap or other support that is securely fastened to a structural member, or by a listed box support system. While the NEC does not specifically address the issue of supporting boxes from conduits, it is generally accepted that it is not permissible to mount boxes directly on conduit stub-outs. This is because conduits are not designed to provide structural support for boxes. A bracket could be a valid solution for providing additional support for electrical boxes in situations where it is difficult or impractical to provide support from a structural member or a listed box support system. However, it is important to ensure that the bracket is listed and approved for use with electrical boxes and that it is installed in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions. It is important to provide secure support for electrical boxes, and it is not permissible to mount boxes directly on conduit stub-outs. Brackets that are listed and approved for use with electrical boxes can be a viable solution for providing additional support in certain situations. When installing electrical boxes, carefully consider the support methods available and choose the one that best meets the requirements of the NEC and the specific installation conditions. Always prioritize safety and compliance when working with electrical systems. Consult with a qualified electrician or electrical inspector if you have any questions or concerns about the proper support of electrical boxes. The NEC provides detailed guidelines for ensuring the safe and reliable installation of electrical systems, and it is essential to follow these guidelines to prevent electrical hazards. Consider the weight and size of the electrical box when selecting a support method. Larger and heavier boxes may require more robust support systems to ensure that they are securely mounted. Ensure that the support system is adequately rated to handle the weight of the box and any equipment that may be installed within it. When using straps or other supports, make sure that they are securely fastened to a structural member. Use appropriate fasteners, such as screws or bolts, to ensure a strong and reliable connection. Avoid using nails or staples, as they may not provide sufficient holding power. When installing electrical boxes in ceilings, consider using listed box support systems that are specifically designed for this purpose. These systems typically consist of metal brackets or hangers that are attached to the ceiling joist or other structural members. They provide a secure and stable platform for mounting the electrical box. When using brackets, make sure that they are compatible with the type of electrical box being used. Some brackets are designed for specific types of boxes, such as metal boxes or non-metallic boxes. Using the wrong type of bracket can compromise the support and safety of the installation. Always follow the manufacturer's instructions when installing electrical boxes and support systems. The manufacturer's instructions will provide detailed information on the proper installation procedures and any specific requirements for the product. Failure to follow the manufacturer's instructions can void the warranty and potentially create a safety hazard. When working with electrical systems, always disconnect the power supply before starting any work. This will help to prevent electrical shock and other injuries. Use appropriate safety equipment such as insulated gloves and safety glasses to protect yourself from electrical hazards. If you are not comfortable working with electrical systems, it is best to hire a qualified electrician to perform the work. Electrical work can be dangerous, and it is important to have the necessary skills and knowledge to do the job safely and correctly. Regularly inspect electrical boxes and support systems to ensure that they are in good condition. Look for signs of damage, such as cracks, rust, or loose connections. If you find any damage, repair or replace the affected components immediately. Proper maintenance of electrical systems is essential for ensuring their safety and reliability. In addition to the NEC, local electrical codes may also have requirements for the support of electrical boxes. Be sure to check with your local building department or electrical inspector to determine if there are any additional requirements that apply to your installation. Compliance with all applicable electrical codes is essential for ensuring the safety of your electrical system. The NEC is updated every 3 years, so it is important to stay up to date on the latest requirements. You can purchase a copy of the NEC from the National Fire Protection Association or view it online at the NFPA website. Staying informed about the latest electrical codes and standards is essential for anyone who works with electrical systems. Consider attending continuing education courses or workshops to learn about new technologies and best practices in the electrical industry. Continuing education can help you to stay current on the latest codes and standards and improve your skills as an electrician. The proper support of electrical boxes is an important aspect of electrical safety. By following the guidelines in the NEC and local electrical codes, you can ensure that electrical boxes are securely mounted and that electrical systems are safe and reliable. Always prioritize safety and compliance when working with electrical systems, and consult with a qualified electrician or electrical inspector if you have any questions or concerns. Remember to turn off the power before working on any electrical components and follow lockout-tagout procedures. Confirm all wires are de-energized by using a properly rated meter. Never assume a circuit is de-energized without verification. When working in damp or wet locations, use ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs, to prevent electrical shock. Be aware of your surroundings and identify any potential hazards, such as overhead power lines or underground utilities. Wear appropriate personal protective equipment, or PPE, including safety glasses, gloves, and appropriate footwear. Do not work alone. Have someone nearby who can assist you in case of an emergency. Use properly insulated tools that are rated for the voltage you are working with. Avoid using tools with damaged insulation. Keep your work area clean and organized to prevent accidents. Do not overload circuits. Use the correct size wire and overcurrent protection for the load. Be aware of the ampacity of conductors and do not exceed their rated limits. Follow the manufacturer's instructions for all electrical equipment and components. Do not modify electrical equipment without the manufacturer's authorization. Properly ground all electrical equipment to prevent electrical shock. Use the correct grounding methods and materials. Inspect electrical systems regularly for signs of damage or wear. Repair or replace any damaged components immediately. Do not attempt to repair electrical equipment if you are not qualified to do so. Hire a qualified electrician to perform any necessary repairs. Keep electrical panels and equipment accessible and clear of obstructions. Do not block access to electrical equipment. Label all circuits and equipment clearly to prevent confusion. Use appropriate labels that are resistant to fading and moisture. Educate yourself about electrical safety and follow safe work practices. Attend electrical safety training courses and stay up to date in the latest codes and standards. Report any electrical hazards to your supervisor or the appropriate authorities. Do not ignore potential electrical hazards. If you are unsure about any aspect of electrical work, ask for help from a qualified electrician. Do not guess or take chances. Always prioritize safety when working with electrical systems. Electrical hazards can be deadly. Install smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors in your home to protect your family from fire and carbon monoxide poisoning. Test smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors regularly to ensure that they are working properly. Replace batteries in smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors at least once a year. Have a fire extinguisher readily available in your home and know how to use it. Develop a fire escape plan for your home and practice it regularly. Teach children about fire safety and what to do in case of a fire. Never leave cooking unattended. Cooking is the leading cause of home fires. Keep flammable materials away from heat sources. Store flammable materials in approved containers. Do not smoke in bed or near flammable materials. Be careful when using candles. Never leave candles unattended. Have your heating system inspected annually by a qualified technician. Ensure that your heating system is properly maintained and operating safely. Be careful when using portable heaters. Keep portable heaters away from flammable materials and never leave them unattended. Do not use extension cords with portable heaters. Plug portable heaters directly into a wall outlet. Have your electrical system inspected by a qualified electrician if you have any concerns. A qualified electrician can identify and correct any potential electrical hazards. Following these electrical safety tips can help to prevent electrical accidents and protect yourself and your family from electrical hazards. Always be aware of the potential dangers of electricity and take steps to mitigate those risks. Electricity is a powerful force and it should be treated with respect. In addition to these general safety tips, there are also some specific considerations to keep in mind when working with different types of electrical equipment. For example, when working with power tools, always wear safety glasses and gloves. Use the correct type of power tool for the job and follow the manufacturer's instructions. Inspect power tools regularly for signs of damage and repair or replace any damaged tools immediately. When working with extension cords, use the correct size extension cord for the load. Do not overload extension cords. Inspect extension cords regularly for signs of damage and replace any damaged cords immediately. When working with ladders, use a ladder that is the correct height for the job. Set up the ladder on a stable surface and ensure that it is properly secured. Do not overreach while on a ladder. When working with electrical panels, wear rubber gloves and safety glasses. Use a voltage tester to ensure that the circuit is energized before working on it. Do not touch any bare wires or terminals. Following these specific safety tips can help to prevent accidents and injuries when working with different types of electrical equipment. Always be aware of the potential hazards and take steps to mitigate those risks. Electricity is a powerful force and it should be treated with respect. Also, consider the environment when working with electrical components in different settings. Humidity, corrosive atmospheres, and temperature all play a factor. If you are in a wet location, make sure all boxes, conduit, and fittings are rated for a wet location. If you are near a corrosive atmosphere, such as a chemical plant, make sure to use the correct conduit and fittings for the environment. Using PVC-coated rigid conduit may be necessary to protect the conductors. Consider high temperatures as well. Conductors have different temperature ratings such as 60 degrees Celsius, 75 degrees Celsius, and 90 degrees Celsius. Make sure the terminations of breakers and other equipment are rated for the temperature rating you are using, and never exceed the lowest temperature rating of all terminations and conductors. When working in a ceiling space, you will often encounter lighting. There are different voltage levels available, such as 120 volts, 277 volts, and 480 volts. When working with higher voltages, use extreme caution. Wear appropriate PPE, including voltage-rated gloves, and use appropriately rated testing equipment. Double-check all circuits are energized before starting any work. When working with lighting, consider the wiring methods used in the area. Older buildings may have older wiring methods, such as knob and tube wiring. Use extreme caution with this type of wiring, and only have qualified individuals work on it. When working with lighting, consider the type of lamps that are used. LED lamps are becoming more common, but older buildings may still have incandescent or fluorescent lamps. When replacing lamps, use the correct type of lamp and ensure that it is properly installed. When working with lighting, consider the control system that is used. Some lighting systems are controlled by simple switches, while others are controlled by more complex dimming systems or building automation systems. Understand the control system before working on the lighting. Also, be aware of emergency lighting systems. These systems are designed to provide illumination in the event of a power outage. Do not disable or tamper with emergency lighting systems. Ensure you understand the code requirements when installing or replacing electrical components. The National Electrical Code has minimum requirements for electrical installations, but local codes may have stricter requirements. Check with the local authority having jurisdiction to ensure the installation meets all requirements. Common code requirements include proper box fill, wire fill, conduit fill, and support. Ensure the installation meets all code requirements. Following all electrical codes and best practices ensures a safe and reliable installation.